If you can see, this is the setup. So we have the four cameras live, and at the moment I am just giving PGM view as the HDMI input. Okay, so I'll be giving HDMI input with the background music, and then we will cut in the live with our microphones. So that's how a podcast starts. So cannot start a podcast directly live. The people, discussing what to do and all. So there will be some background thing, and then there will be a background music, and then you will cut in the podcast with the mics, and you will end the podcast in the same way, basically. So now I'll just go to record, and you have to start the record button. And as you can see, this is on air. Then if I go to my live stream, so should show this one. See, now this is the HDMI input, okay, with the background music. With the background music, I'm playing with the DM3 USB, basically. So going back to the capture vision, so we have connected two microphones. So I'm using one mic, and my colleague Glenn is using the another mic. And then now we will start the podcast. So now basically all the mics I've kept it on. So now we will start the podcast. So you will have to cut in the video, then stop the background music. So now the background music is stopped, and we have started the podcast. And as you see, there are four cameras live, and then there are a lot of cables over here on the tables. We are checking the device. So, Mr. Glenn, how's everything? How are you? So, we are just testing with the two mics.
How are you?
I'm fine. So, what you?
Basically, right now we have connected total two microphones. Also for the system we have connected USB. Also we are taking output for stereo left-handed from 7 and 8. That one we have connected to LC300 1 and 2 XLR inputs. This comes on in the LC300 audio 6 5 and in the LC200 you can see the signal turn on stereo button in.
Okay. So now, once suppose now the operator has to, uh, take care of who is going to speak next. According to that, he can change the fader basically. Now, suppose now Glenn is not speaking, so I can reduce his fader, or I can switch off his mic. Now, my mic is on, and now suppose if I have to, get some other person into the podcast. So what you will do? You cannot keep the podcast live. So basically, you will have to cut in the overlay or the HDMI input from some other PC basically, and then you can start the background music. You cannot keep the mics on basically. You will have to start the background music, and you can mute the mic. So now I will mute my mic, and now there is the background music is on. Okay, now the background music is on, and then like this you can end the podcast. Or suppose if you want to say something, then you can just remove the background music to switch on your mic. So you can now, I've switched on my mic again. I've removed the background music, and then if you want to cut in like one camera, so you can go to video. You can go to the scenes. You can select the overlay basically. If you want one camera, you can go for the layouts. You can select which one camera you want to use. So for an example, if you go to two, so now you can cut in one single camera, and now that's how you can end the podcast. So when you know that you are going to end the podcast, no need to keep this thing on the LC300 mic. So you can just end the podcast, or you just switch this off and then you can save the video or however. So basically, if you go to record and if you end the podcast, it doesn't matter if this is on or off because the podcast is already stopped. You can go here and just end the podcast.